Welcome again to another episode of Diaspora International. If you're new here again, welcome. I've said the welcomes in the other one, but I still welcome you, and I welcome your comments at the end of my observation. And I did say we had a few things we're going to be looking at today, and one of them would be the recent meeting of the Northern Governors at the Arewa House for this Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation, whatever, that stuff. And the chairman, Mr. Babangida something from Niger State. Okay, sorry, pardon me if I can't get all your names. They were all there. Now, all this talk about Tinubu is putting everything to the south and so on and so forth. Who are the ones complaining? Let's just face ourselves and ask ourselves the honest truth. Who are the ones complaining? The ones complaining are the northern elites who have been in power since they popped out, if you know what I mean. They've been in power since then. Any government in power, Ajib, as my husband calls it. And now all of a sudden they find themselves out in the cold like the rest of us, okay? Instead of just thanking God for giving them the opportunity to actually steal from the country, God with a small g, to steal from the country, not do anything for their people. They're busy whinging and complaining about a man who's just been there like 2 years. And I don't want to go through it, but there's a spreadsheet of, things that have been accomplished in just 2 years, that in the how many years history of this country since independence combined, we've not been able to achieve. This man was bold, was brave enough to make the hard calls, the hard decisions to do things, take away the subsidy, take away the dual exchange rates, which was, by the way, benefiting just a few of the northern elites. Okay, so those are the ones who now all of a sudden, no more free pass into the central bank, steal our money, no more bunkering oil and not declaring it to the national coffers, no more round tripping, the currency, just waltz into the central bank, get some money, change it to dollars, with the malams, those people who hang around and sell you, sit in very important offices as if they are government officials and deal in currency with no registration. So, if for nothing, just the courage to face that cartel, okay, that mafia, that mafiosi style, I salute Tinubu. Okay, and I think Nigerians should wise up, especially Nigerians in the middle belts. Okay, I'm a middle belt girl. I'm a proud, Baju girl. Okay, so when they meet over there and they say northern, well, count me out of it. I'm not part of it. I'm sorry. Yep, you complain that the British just drew lines. Well, you too just continued with the lines. So I think, and tell me, just looking at the composition of people who were in that room, who is like a nobody like me that was in that room? No one. Okay, they were all very important, sitting down, looking demure, looking important, checking their Rolexes, like they were wasting their times being there. Before I forget, I saw that, that perennial fake northerner called Aisha Yesufu. I didn't see her at the beginning, but then as they were playing the tapes over and over, because people were whinging over and over, of course, I saw her there. I was like, what's that mercenary doing there? She's not a northerner, okay? Not by marriage, not by birth, nothing. She thinks wearing that stuff automatically just makes her a northerner. And, look, so-called northern people, you guys should just wake up. That woman is an accredited 419, okay? She's using her outfit to defraud the North, okay? Make herself relevant politically. And I'm pretty sure she's collecting monies from some place or the other, okay? While proper Northerners and maybe proper Middlebelters are not even given the chance. What was she doing there? What is her position? I know heaps and heaps of people, okay, from the Middle Belt who could have been in that gathering. I struggled to find anybody, okay, maybe the CDS or whoever, but I mean, I can't find anyone else from the Middle Belt. And when I say Middle Belt, I don't mean, the Fulanis that have infiltrated the Middle Belt. And look, I love Ubasani. He gave an interview where he gave a master class to that Anyogolu fellow on Arise TV. Like, he schooled him and even told him, look, you're a journalist. So the fact that people come here to talk and you don't ask them questions, that's not my problem, which I felt was hilarious. And that one just sat down there. Well, he enumerated all the good things he did, security, unity, equity, justice, liberté, égalité, and fraternité, all those kind of type things that the French like to use. He did all that. But it didn't escape me that, he listed all the governors of that state, at least the recent ones. And they were all Fulanese. Okay, all of them, all Fulanese. I didn't even hear the name of a single Hausa person. They were all Fulanese. In that spirit of his égalité, fraternité, and the other our liberté, okay, I would have loved to hear him say, I'm grooming someone from the southern part of the state who is a Christian, who will work very hard in this, my spirit of inclusivity, justice and equity and all these nice sounding stuff. I'm grooming someone from the southern part of the state so that they can take over after me, that will support them, not take over, it's not a military regime, but will support them and help them at least to win the election and come on board as the governor and the deputy governor of the state. Who is she? I don't even know her, but I know she also ties that stuff around her head, so that makes her, definitely not from the Middle Belts as far as I know. So Nigerians, we need to be honest with ourselves, okay? There's nothing like a block of the North. That's a construct of the British. The thief man has nothing in common with someone from Kano, okay? The Kataf or the Bajus or the Kagoros and all the K tribes starting from Kaduna have nothing in common with the man from Zaria. Nothing. Zip, 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 okay? Nothing. So look, dear President Tinubu, I think you should go ahead with your restructuring, but please do not lump us with this fabricated North, okay? We don't want to be part of this fabricated North. Let them go and do their thing and let the Hausas, dink it out with the Fulanis. We have nothing in common. Forget what the elites sit around and fool themselves about. We have zero, nothing in common. So I plead with Mr. President, if you can get this census started, then a lot of puzzles will start to fall into place. Now, please let me know your comments down below on the comment section. And if you like what you're hearing in this telecast, please do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe so that you'll be the first person to get any information anytime we drop another tape. Thank you.